Hey guys, this is Ronish and I'm the co-founder of NGM Email Marketing Agency. And in this video, I'm doing a full breakdown of the case study of one of our clients whose email attribution got from 11% to 28% in just 30 days. Alright, so let's get started on this. So before we started working with them, this was their overall email attribution revenue, which is 11%. And only 2% was coming from campaigns and 97% was coming from flows, which is very poor. And the flows were already set up, all right, by the previous agency that she was working with, and there were only 4 flows set up, the flows designs were very poor, very old and generic, and only discount codes and heavy discounts were being used on those flows. There were no any kind of values that could be given to the customers, right? And the email deliverability was also very poor. Every emails was being landing in spam. Even the email automation flows were landing in spam, right? Because there was no proper record set up in the DNS system. And again, very low email attribution. Sales were not being tracked correctly, as so there were flow flows set up, right? And basically there was abandoned checkout flow and abandoned cart flow, welcome series, and browse abandonment flow. And there were no any kind of post-purchase flow that they were using, right? And abandoned checkout flow and abandoned cart flow had the same trigger of abandoning checkout. Basically, both of the flows did the same thing, and the abandoned cart trigger was not being actually tracked. That means the people who were abandoning the cart were not getting any kind of flows. And yeah, again, so that's why there was a huge revenue leakage, missing out on a lot of potential revenue from emails. So the root problems that we identified for the store was poor segmentation, one size fits all emails. So basically the agency that they're working with were using only 2 segmentation for the campaigns, which was Engage 30 and Engage 60. There was nothing personalized about it. There was no personal segments like buyers or non-buyers, right, basically. And overall the segmentation was very poor, and that's why the campaigns were not generating the revenue that it should be generating for this brand, right? And bad infrastructure, low standard reputation, and poor inboxing. As I told earlier, the DNS system, it was completely empty. There was no DMARC, DKIM, and SPF setup for this store. And number 3, ineffective automation flows, old generic flows with low conversions, as I told earlier. And in number 4, weak attribution tracking, emails not being linked to the sales, as I told earlier about the abandoned checkout flow and abandoned cart flow. So our email marketing plan for this store was pretty simple. Basically what we did is we deep audit of their current flows, identified the gaps and fixes. And in number 2, with deliverability optimization, we fixed the DNS system, warmed up the domain properly, and then started sending the campaigns. Every week we send them around 5 email campaigns, right? And number 3, advanced segmentation, sending the right emails to the right people. We personalized their segmentation. We very carefully segmented people according to their buyer history, purchase history, and their engagement level. Right? Number 4, attribution, better tracking and reporting. We analyzed their email flows, and again the triggers were not properly added, so we fixed that, and the attribution just got up just after doing that, right? So let's get to the next slide. So this is the before versus after they started working with us, the email revenue breakthrough of this store. All right, so before they were only generating $19,000, which is 11% from the emails, and $35,000 were being generated from flows, and 26% was from campaigns, and 74% was coming from the flows. Right. So what did we do? Right. Basically, in step 1, we deep audited their current flows. We conducted a full analysis of existing automation flows, which was very poor, identified missing sequences, outdated logic, and ineffective triggers, checked for unnecessary emails causing disengagement or spam complaints. A lot of spam complaints were coming in from their emails because there was only discounts and no values added in their emails. So why it mattered? Because previous agencies' flows were outdated and generic. Emails weren't personalized based on customer behavior. Some flows were conflicting, leading to email fatigue. Solution, we mapped out a new structured automation system tailored for better conversions. So step 2 was optimizing the deliverability. What we did, we fixed the DNS settings, SPF, DKIM, DMARC to improve sender reputation. We moved on unengaged and fake email addresses from the list, implemented sunset flows to reactivate inactive subscribers, gradually warmed up the sender domain to boost inbox placement. Why it mattered? Because there was very low open rates and emails were landing in spam that were killing the revenue and overall deliverability of the domain. Poor sender reputation was causing low deliverability. Solution was we stored a high quality sender reputation, ensuring emails hit the inbox. So we set up their branded domain. We set up all the records that were necessary to set up in the DNS system, right? In step 3, we hyper personalized their segmentation. What we did was created targeted segments like VIP customers, engaged users, and at-risk subscribers were not engaging at all. So we used purchase history, buyers and non-buyers. We sent a different campaigns to buyers and different kind of campaigns to non-buyers. So basically, for the buyers, we sent very general and value-based emails, and for the non-buyers, we did push them a little with discounts, because until and unless a non-buyer does not buy from your store, you're basically, just investing or losing your money on them. And we also did create the segmentation according to the engagement data for hyper personalization. So we created engaged 14, engaged 30, engaged 60 segmentations to hyper personalize our campaigns. Why it mattered? The previous agency was using broad one-size-fits-all emails. Emails were irrelevant to many subscribers, leading to low conversions. And the solution was by sending the right message to the right person at the right time, we maximized engagement and revenue, right? So the key strategies that drove success for this store was flow optimization. We rebuilt the whole automation flows. We improved the deliverability, removed inactive contacts, and better tracking, fixed Klaviyo and Google Analytics integration, A/B testing, iterated subject lines, right? So as you can see here, the returning customer rate was also very good. It was 13 so this is the last 7 days of the store, like from Feb 21 to Feb 27. We got 13.79 customer return rate, a few back down of 14%, but still it's very good, right? So the end result was more profits and more visibility. Increased email attribution, revenue got to 28%, higher engagement, open rates improved, better attribution, no more lost revenue tracking, profitable, scalable email system in place. So if you are a brand owner who wants a similar results like this, then you can book a meeting. We will just audit your whole email marketing system and give you advice on it. And if you like our work, then we can work, right? So yeah, you just need to go to our website, book a meeting with us, and we'll hop on a call and do the discussion on how we can actually improve your email marketing system.